Hey folks, today we are going to learn how to bend stuff in Motion Monster. This is great for the rubber hose effect, to bend limbs, to create kind of moving tails. And so I've got 3 examples here. Let's just go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and start with Stan here. Stan is available in your library. He is also available with just the keyboard shortcut of S. We're going to make his knees here kind of like the rubber hose effect. So I'm going to select his knees, and over in the deform section of the properties, I'm going to choose rubber. And now, if I grab my IK tool and I go ahead and bend his legs, they bend kind of like the rubber hose effect that you've seen in classic cartoons. You can change how much they bend with this rubber bend option here. That'll kind of change how severe the rubber effect is there. By default, it's at 3 there. So pretty straightforward. You can do that for all of his limbs if you'd like. Again, it's just turning it on that middle section that you want to be kind of deformed like the rubber hose. Next, let's go ahead and learn how to do this with drawings. I've got a kind of a rough sketch here of a cartoon leg. You would often probably have the foot be its own separate drawing, but for the sake of this example, I kind of combine them all into one thing. But we've only got one segment right here. This entire thing is one segment. It doesn't have multiple segments at all yet, so the IK tool wouldn't do anything anyway. And so let's just go ahead and make another segment here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the orange dot and make a line segment there. And now I've got 2 segments. I'm going to go back to my move tool with the letter V, the keyboard shortcut V. I'm going to hold down Control and Alt, and I'm going to click on that red dot to make that the root. So now that's going to be what moves my character around. And again, just like before, I'm going to click on the red dot where I want things to bend, and it's actually going to stretch this entire drawing along this path here. And so if I have that selected and I turn rubber on, that entire drawing becomes stretched along that path. And now I can kind of resize with my right click button. I'm resizing where I place things, and then I can go back to my IK tool and I can bend the leg kind of however I want. And so it works the same as the legs on Stan over here, but that also works on drawings. It also works on images too. So if you want to import your own images from other drawing programs, you can also do that. Now finally, I've got a tail here to show you that you're not just limited to 2 segments, but you can actually make this work on a chain of segments or a series of segments there. So just like before, we're going to go to my line tool, and I'm going to click on the existing dot there, and I'm going to kind of drag out. Again, click on the existing dot, drag out, so they're all connected. And now I'm going to go to my move tool actually, click that, hold down Control and Alt, click on this first point there, and that's going to be the root of this figure now, so everything kind of moves based off of that. Now I can click on this first segment in here that I want to bend. I'm going to turn that into rubber, do the same thing for this next one, and do the same thing for this next one, and turn on rubber. And now I'm going to right click this very end one there and just kind of shrink things down a little bit. And now, just like before, I can bend things however I'd like, and they will bend at each of those segment points. And so however much precision you want with how you bend a tail or something like that, you're going to need that same number of segments in here. Other programs would use bones for that. It's a similar idea. It's just kind of a different workflow. Hopefully this makes sense, gives you an idea of how you can animate limbs and tails and things like that. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well, and I hope to see you again very, very soon.